Okay, I'm being told I'm live, so I'm going to do the thing. Hello everyone, hi, I'm Punchy, this is Revelations 2012. I've been trying to get marathons to take this game for about 5 years, and finally someone made a mistake. Finally someone made a mistake, and they let me do it. I can't believe it. There's a lot of ground to cover here, so I'm gonna get going, and then we'll do the thing, okay? Video games. Hurrah. Oh boy. So this is Revelations 2012, a game that has actually gone through a number of changes in its life cycle. This is the current version. Older versions are lost to time these days. And those of you who've played Left 4 Dead before might be thinking, oh, this looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? And yeah, you'd be right. This game is basically bad, weird, slightly racist Left 4 Dead. Might as well come out swinging with that one out front, because the story of this game is that you're a bunch of people who've been sent back in time and given super armor and guns to fight demonically possessed Mayans during the 2012 apocalypse. The optics of this are quite bad. Might as well get that one out of the way. Yes, anyway, the first thing you need to know about this game is that it has a dedicated dance button. This is very important, I assure you. I need this ammo. Give it to me. I need my secondary blaze ammo. You gotta rip the bandage right off, dude. Like, there's no sense in dancing around it. Although, actually, I say that. There is sense in dancing around it, as I will now proceed to literally dance around it. Observe. You can't touch this. Oh no, it's not working. Okay, stop messing around. Play the game. Play the game, streamer. Alright. Okay, so this is basically a very bad version of Left 4 Dead, right? But there's a number of weird, like, you eat hearts off the floor to gain health. These are your ammo cartridges. You gotta duck under these arrows, they'll rip your health bar to shreds. Because this game has no sense of, like, post-damage invulnerability or, like, a grace hit period or anything of the sort. So these arrows will just rip you to shreds immediately, even though I'm playing on the easiest difficulty setting. And I gotta play on the easiest difficulty setting. I've never managed to beat this game on the harder settings. It's too hard with AI, because AI stinky. It's like a 4-player game, and the servers are amazingly still live. You can still play this. I'm the only person online according to Steam. Alright, so here's the first boss. Here's the first boss. If I can be allowed to move forward, if you'll permit me, I can stun this enemy using secondary fire, and this is important because otherwise it does this stomp move that covers a that hit me. That hit me. That hit me. It covers an obscene amount of distance. It's the biggest of hitboxes. It's crazy. It can't be allowed to continue.
Wow, I feel better.
Give me that health. You get pot hearts, which restores your health in the bottom right. And this game has like the Quake Unreal Tournament thing, where your health can go above 100, but it starts to slowly tick down. I gotta get rid of these guys. I can't move while being hit, which is a tad unfortunate. Get out of my way. The voice lines are overlapping each other because I'm moving too quickly. Here's a shotgun. This is this game's version of a shotgun. It's very loud. This entire game's audio balancing is a disaster. That's a boar. I don't have a shotgun now. No, I picked it up again. I found it. I found it in the melee. Boars, they're like charges, except they don't actually have to hit you to hit you. Fun, like, video games are funny like that. Yes, this game uses Left 4 Dead 2 assets, although I want to stress, by the way, that this was not like a Left 4 Dead 2 mod. I mean, like, in spirit it basically is, but this was a game they sold for money on Steam. I paid money for this. It's free now. I paid money for it. I made the bad decisions. Get off. I'm having real difficulty, like, moving places.
Found the last skull in this area.
I found the last skull. Yeah, you gotta collect all the skulls before you can leave a level, right? Except when you don't, because of bugs and glitches and such. But usually,
they have been bestowed the power to summon and control.
Usually, provided you don't get stuck on a random gaggle of enemies. I'm gonna get knocked down. There's too much going on right now. Oh no? There we go. That's a puzzle. I solved a puzzle, by the way. The game, like, you gotta knock off some number of those before the door opens. It doesn't really tell you how many. You just gotta wait until it makes a funny noise. Oh, there's the hint. Remove the noses. Thank you. How nice of you to tell me. Unlike Left 4 Dead, right? I don't have to wait for the AI to, like, hurry up before the end of the stage can be triggered. I just gotta hit the pad, although this first level's kind of buggy. It'll end when it feels like it. Don't worry about it. It'll work eventually, I promise. It's not waiting for the AI. It's just there we go.
Team we make.
Okay. You just saw it's not a short game. Large priest. Talk to me.
Your presence has been detected by Ik, the wind.
You made it. Great job.
Hordes of demonoids are on their
This was a serious game that was a serious effort by, I think, a family, actually, which makes... I feel kind of bad about that in hindsight, because,
sacrificed,
you know, it's a family game. What did your family do this week? But at the same time, it is what it is, you know?
Fresh souls.
It is very literally Left 4 Dead.
Find your allies.
In a lot of ways.
Send the demons back.
Like, to the extent where if you open the console and type Z spawn hunter, it does actually just spawn a hunter. Anyway, I gotta destroy enemy spawners. These are these red things. The game doesn't make that super clear. Also, I lost my my weapons from the last level. It takes them away at the start of every new level. I gotta wait for these doors to open, which is a touch unfortunate. These open in like an order, but not one I really understand. They were allowed to sell this. They were allowed to. It's free now. Like they just give it away for free nowadays. You could play it right now if you were so inclined. Are you so inclined? Is that your thing? Don't let me stop you. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am struggling immeasurably to get through here. It's a difficult game, I want to stress, by the way. This game is kind of hard. Get blast ammo.
That feels good.
Sometimes the indicators for, like, get ammo, get stuff, or whatever, they're just wrong. They're wrong quite a lot, so you kind of learn not to trust the game's own directions, which is not good. Not very good at all. Okay, that's all four. Done and dusted. Move to the other side of the room.
I feel better. That feels good.
That feels good. Oh, we also have voice lines.
Shit. Somebody's been drinking that haterade.
Have you been drinking that haterade, chat?
Damn it. Somebody's been drinking that haterade.
That's very important. It's an important line.
I'll be fine.
It will give you energy.
Shit. I'm Kelly, a lawyer, and this is my friend Megan.
I never get over how silly this is. Give me the skull. You need to collect the skulls. Blind the beast to unlock the door. That's this game's version of a puzzle. The game calls it a puzzle. Just means you gotta shoot eyes and stuff. She's a lawyer, apparently. I think all the voice actors are, like, the developer's family. So, you know, like, yeah.
Better now.
I got 123 health right now. Swell. Hearts give wildly inconsistent amounts of, like, that gave me 10, sometimes it gives 5, sometimes it gives 25. There's no consistency to it. I don't know what determines that. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Oh well, doesn't matter, move on. I may have speed ran a bit aggressively there and kind of messed with the environment. Let me over. Thank you.
Time,
You those guys were T-posing in midair. I saw that.
Wow, I feel better.
Crusty video game.
Stay ahead of them.
Alright, once again, you must commence boss fight with some difficulty. Let me out. Let me out. Where's the big guy? I can't see him beneath all of the particle effects. What is going on? I can't see what I'm trying to shoot. Why you go straight for me, though? There's like AI you could... I'm stun locked. Look at this disgusting move. It's like plus 20,000 on block. It can't be stopped. If he hits you, you're just stunned for like 5 seconds. It's the worst. Get the last skull. All good, all good. Okay, well I ate that clean on the nose. That was very clever of me. Look at you spawning like that. I know that. I eradicated that boar. I'm slow though, because I'm low on health. That's okay though. That's the end of the level. You just gotta close the door. I don't gotta wait for the AI. See, it ends. It's perfectly fine. That's a key difference from this speedrun to, like, a Left 4 Dead run. Normally in Left 4 Dead runs, you gotta kill your AI companions because you gotta wait for them to get to the end of the level. This game gracefully does not make you do that. As long as one person makes it to the end, everyone is good. Here's a glitch.
descended from...
Try that again. Here's a glitch. You can just jump through the wall. Normally you gotta wait for that guy to, like, stop talking, and I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't got time for talking. Ooh, free ammo. However, the caveat is that there's like a trap that spawns behind me. I didn't see it because I didn't turn around. There's like a big rolling ball with spikes. One of the AI will probably get killed by it. It always happens. So pay attention to the bottom left and see if anyone dies. I prefer it if they don't, but it's really likely. Because obviously the AI doesn't like know how to glitch through walls. It actually seems like they survived okay this time. Go them. Well done, AI. So this stage marks the first appearance of hit scan enemies. They're like the enemies with the weird yellow outlines because they're holding a blowpipe dart. That blowpipe dart is not a projectile, just if enemy decides to fire dart at you, dart hits. That's the law. And the dart will slow you down immediately to 0 speed, and it can hit you through walls. And all kinds of geometry. Like, it has no rules. It just, it's not even hit scan, it's just hit. There's no scan occurring. Like those guys, you see those ones with like the little yellow outlines? It's a bit hard to notice in the chaos because there's no like visual element to distinguish them. Such is games design.
Wow, I feel better.
Yeah, there's the darts, there's the dart guys. I'm avoiding getting hit so far, doing a good job keeping it under control. Using my green sniper rifle. Okay, let's not fall off the edge. This game doesn't have like that ledge thing that Left 4 Dead does, where if you fall off an edge, you'll hang off it, and then a teammate can save you. You'll just fall. You'll just die instantly, and then you'll be sad. There are mid-level checkpoints in this game, fortunately. A thing I didn't know the Left 4 Dead template could do. This is supposed to be a trap, but it usually doesn't function properly. Oh, but it functioned properly this time. Ooh, I've never seen that. Ooh, a thing worked as intended. Smashing. Take the temple path. Well, I'm evading a lot of enemy encounters here by taking a sort of line that goes around them. A trap will trigger here, but the enemy will probably... No, sometimes the trap fails to go off because an enemy gets stuck on it, which will prevent it from working properly. I got hit by a hit scanner from the other side of the wall. There you go. There it is. You see that? The little green tint around my screen? Hit by a hit scanner, but he was on the other side of a very solid wall. That is the essence of Revelations. Close the door. Close yonder door. This is not working. Why are you not working? This is the worst element to not work properly. Oh dear. Why can I not close the door? Did I unbind my action key or something? I don't think so.
Wow, I feel better.
Oh dear. The door is stuck. Help. Oh wait, I'm missing a skull. That's the problem. That's why I can't shut the door. Where did I miss a skull? When did that occur? Pretend I beat the level. I don't care. Just move on. I don't care. I'm not going back to look. I don't care enough, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna dance through the danger. Check out this trap. Check out these smooth moves. I missed a skull, dude. 4-player run when I have not been able to convince 3 other people to acknowledge my presence, let alone get them to play this game. This is some RNG type stuff. Do the pillars come down? Ooh, that was decent. That was decent. But it's a free game now. You can very well play it if you want to, even online. The online, shockingly, still works. Like, it's functional. Did it oh no, don't worry about the skull indicator carrying over. That breaks all the time. It doesn't mean anything. Good T-pose. Big fan of that. Has a good energy. I give it 3 stale biscuits out of 5. Still looking for skulls. You gotta know the level layouts quite well, because... Oh, Megan... Okay, I climbed up a long ladder to get here, right? Here's the thing about the AI and ladders. No, they don't really do ladders. It's a challenge for them, which is why this game's level design avoids them.
Better now.
Oh, this room fills with poison gas the instant I pick up the skull, which will instantly do about 20 to 30 points of health damage to me. Also, every time I'm, like, picking up a skull, it spawns berserk power-ups nearby, which I'm picking up to increase my fire rate. That's why there's, like, a slightly grading yellow tint on the screen. And suddenly I start firing a lot quicker, etc., etc. There's like little power-ups. There's only 2 power-ups, and there's only one source of the second one. We'll see it later. Alright, so we have 1 dead party member and 2 who are fine. They teleport to you eventually. They use, like, Left 4 Dead pathfinding. Save point has been reached. That's my second skull. The devs owe me a commission. I mean, I bought their game. I think we're even. I didn't pay that much for it, though. Like, it wasn't expensive.
Glad we got it.
I'm having problems with this, like. Can I have that? Thank you. Alright, so far so good. Abandoning the AI has its advantages, which is that they distract enemies. I rescued Megan. I will probably live to regret that decision. Ooh, secondary shotgun ammo. That's rare. It's not as good as any other kind of secondary ammo, but it definitely exists. It fires a little, like, wave of fire that goes out forwards and kills stuff it touches, but the range is pathetic. So it's not very good. Don't shoot teammates, it says. I can't do any friendly fire damage anyway. This is on easy mode. No. And so here we're pulling 2 levers to make a skull spawn. I just know all of these things. Like, the game doesn't really do a stellar job of indicating what it is you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just, like, poke stuff until you give birth to progress. This was a hard game to finish for the first time. What did I get hit by? I got hit by a hit scanner from the Nether Realm. I don't know. There's somewhere. I'll take your word for it. Ah, getting stuck on enemies. Disappointing. Oof, that enemy, like, slid around me.
Glad we got out of there.
Enemies in this game have that funny habit of just slightly sliding around you when you're trying to shoot them. And then you miss them and then they hit you and it stores your momentum clean. It's Left 4 Dead things. Well, speaking of Left 4 Dead things, a common thing in Left 4 Dead speedruns is bunny hopping, and I've never been able to get that to work in this game. I know how to bunny hop. I wouldn't say I'm great at it. So I'm not sure if they actually, like, took bunny hopping out or if I'm just doing it really wrong. But I've not been able to get that to tick in this game.
At this rate,
I find it curious. I want to mention that because it's like, am I just not good at the bunny hop? Or did they actually, like, remove it from this one? It feels like a very specific thing to remove, but, like, I know how to do it in Left 4 Dead, so I don't know. Here's a boss fight. This game has those. This is the worst one.
God of the Wind is the first of many demons that you will face and have plagued mankind for bontoons. Distance yourself from his fury. Go now to defeat this evil.
This is Ik, the Wind God. I don't know if that's a real god thing, but that's what they went with for this game. It's a big blue dude. So I stand a bit far forward here, such as to hope that the AI, like, acknowledges its existence and starts shooting at it, which they will do eventually. Then you gotta walk a little bit back, as far back as you can without actually touching the edge of the arena, because there's spikes on the edge of the arena. Then you gotta crouch, and you gotta wait, and you gotta plink away, slowly but surely, at its overly long health bar. Then it starts to spin, and you gotta crouch and hold back, which prevents you from getting pulled in. But the AI can't counter this move. It's not experienced enough. It can't do it. So they get put in the tumble dryer, and they get spun all the way around, and in the end they get thrown up into the sky. And because fall damage in this game is a complete crapshoot, they might just instantly die as a result of getting spun around. And then these skulls chase after you, straight out of that bad Indiana Jones movie whose name I can't remember right now. If they touch you, you also get launched skywards, but at least they drop ammo. And that's it. That's the boss. That's the pattern of the boss. There's also rocks flying around the arena, which can still hit you in the head and do damage, but there's really no way to avoid them because they move too quickly. So don't ruminate on that too hard. Yeah, if you have 0 ammo, you can still fire your basic white gun, as the game calls it. But at a reduced rate. And you see, I only do 10 damage per hit. This boss is a real low point in an already quite low game. Because there's not enough ammo, it's got way too much health. It's just... None of this is to my liking. It is important I line myself up with the ammo collectible, though. This is one of the very few ways I can get some extra damage going. I think one of the AI might have actually taken it, which if they did, that's fine by me. I would like it if they'd stop getting their butts in the way. Why can't I fire? Why can't I fire? I got stuck in a wall. What? Things in this game will just cease to work at semi-random. Like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I think, maybe. Okay, so far so good. The team is in good health. The team is in good health. The rest of the bosses are about as repetitive as this, but they don't usually go on for quite this long. Sadly, this boss is quite the standout, like, stinker of the pack. Lost 5,000 HP. We'll get there eventually, I promise. I've tried to beat this game on Expert. It took me like dozens of tries to beat this guy, and this guy alone. Because he has more health on higher difficulties. Joy. You did your... It's not letting me fire again! Why? I'm having a revelation myself right now. Oh, I'm in the blender. Oh dear. Ow. Megan's having fun. Oh no! Okay, it's going fine. It's going fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be over soon. And there we go. Now we can, that's the real, like, low point of the video game. Apparently I can't jump on a rock. Okay, news to me. Never jump on rocks. We get the blue crystal. This is like a remnant from the game's older version, because normally the blue crystal would grant you the ability to use the shotgun, but then they redesigned it so you just picked up weapons inside of levels instead. Path of Trials. Unlike Left 4 Dead, this game just immediately moves on to the next campaign rather than kicking you out to the main menu. So we're now on Campaign 2. That was the end boss of Campaign 1. There's only 3.
Deities have traveled from distant galaxies to create life in their image, and slaves for their bidding. These extraterrestrial visitors needed gold for their travel and survival. So, humans were created on this planet to mine the gold and further their glory. However, over time, these...
Behold the boulders that spawn out of thin air.
Control of mankind's destiny. Ishel, the Weaver of Lives, has brought you together.
Is anyone actually, like, listening to the words that are being said right now? Because I'm not really, like, it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I understand all of these words individually, but as a unit, it's just sort of, like, there. Alright, rocks. No rock gameplay. These rocks kill you if they touch you, so you gotta avoid the rocks, you know? But they spawn out of thin air. I think I gotta get more dancing going. I'm going for it. It's brave to go for that, because obviously if, you can stop dancing now. If you go for the rock thing and you time it wrong, you die. Instantly, because a rock will spawn on your head and crush your tiny skull. Nope. We evade the boars. Except for when they spawn in mid-air, like... Oh no! I am besieged by boar. This is not how I wanted to spend my Saturday afternoon. Alright, so advancing onwards. These fish objects are dangerous. They're physics objects. If you touch them and while you're near them, they'll kill you because they'll swing into you and the game will consider that as, like, collision damage or something. Don't mess with the fish, alright? It's very dangerous. Good advice for life, I think. Hey there, buddy. Oh. I got hit scanned. Rude.
That feels good.
I'm being hit scanned by something and I can't see it. There it is. It's like on the other side of the world. Unfortunately, I gotta trigger this guy's dialogue.
To the gods. Only the
Here's the famous ball court games. Have you ever seen the movie Road to El Dorado?
2 teams against each other. The losers were sacrificed to the gods.
Because I think the developers saw that movie too.
Had the honor to communicate to the gods themselves.
Wow, I feel better.
Go and play their game. Destroy the crystals in the books and collect the crystal skull.
Unfortunately, I have to wait for them to be done talking before I can finally start shooting crystals. And even then, it says shoot the crystals to win, but I assure you we are not ready to shoot the crystals yet. I would just be wasting ammo. It will kick in at some point.
Wow, I feel better.
I actually think this might be because the AI had a bit of a brain lapse. There we go. Now I can shoot them. They have lots of health. Also, when I'm zoomed in, my aspect ratio is 4:3 for some reason. I'm just being, like, hit in the back while this is going on, but it's okay, I'm solving puzzles. I'm losing a lot of health. Someone help?
Whew, glad we got out of there.
Penny for your thoughts, AI.
Better now.
Nope. Oh yeah, this is the time warp gun. It warps time. Dang it, the stun lock move. No. I saw that hit scanner.
Wow, I feel better.
Time warp gun warps time, meaning things can't catch up to you when they're stuck in the vortex. It's handy for getting things off you, but doesn't actually do any damage of its own.
At this rate, we'll be home in no time.
You made it! Great job! Wow, I killed nothing. I got outshone by the AI. Corey. Corey did the best. Ridiculous. What does Corey know?
Is that the best you got? You want a piece of me? I sentence you to death.
What was that voice line? I've never heard the one that says, I sentence you to death before.
I'll show you, crazy. Bring it on. How's that for a deposition? You want a piece of me? How's that for a deposition?
I've never heard the one that says, I sentence you to death before. Okay, that's a new one on me. This is how lawyers talk. I don't know any lawyers, so I can't confirm, but I find that entirely plausible. Alright, I see boars coming in.
Wow, I feel better.
I don't want to deal with them. I said I don't want to deal with them. How did that guy even get there? How do they do that? I swear they teleport.
Bring it on.
That guy was having a great time.
Is that the best you got?
Well, so for some reason, all the voice lines are sort of like panned differently. Like some of them are on the left side of the audio track, some of them are on the right side.
I'll show you, crazy.
Some of them are appropriately mono, some of them aren't. So it's all over the place.
Shit.
Okay, so now I have all the skulls in the level, despite the fact it says 2 out of 3. This level only has 2 skulls, but it always says 2 out of 3. But it's fine, I can complete the level anyway. At some point they took a skull out of this level, but never updated the counter. Swearing. Hey, I'm not the one who swore. Anyway, there's like a jumping puzzle here, but... yeah, that. Let me up. Thank you.
Wow, I feel better.
It's very creepy laughter. Alright, so here's probably my least favorite version of what this game considers to be a puzzle going, which is that you have to shoot exploding pots as they fall from the waterfall at completely random angles and random initial spawn positions. While priestesses flick bogeys at your head. Those enemies are called priestesses, by the way. The problem with this is that it's a crapshoot whether or not you even get a pot near the thing you're trying to shoot. That was actually pretty good, all things told. Makes a big spooky cartoon noise at you. I don't know why it does that. And we teleport. I've gotten stuck in an enemy after teleporting through that one time. That was fun, and by fun, I mean annoying. Incoming world record.
That feels good.
Yeah, for all the 2 people who speedran this game. So the AI has a rocket launcher. They won't tell me where they got it. I'm getting stun locked, which is not ideal. Unfortunately, I do have to kill this guy before I'm allowed to progress. Which I'm struggling to do because I'm being menaced by the entire population of this video game. There we go. No problem. Every character has a different dancing animation, but unfortunately there's no good time to swap. Normally there's enemies in the way between that, but okay, I got a free ride.
No, we're not in Kansas
All right.
City anymore.
I was waiting for something to happen there, but no, just we finished the level. That's fine. I will take that. I respect the boldness of a game that just starts you in a room with 4 enemy spawners before you have the time to even blink, and that's how this level starts. Get laser gun, don't mind if I do.
Whew, glad
Alright,
we
so
got
this
out.
is... What is this level called again? I can't remember.
Better
What's
now.
this one called again? There's a big arena in it. Like, I'm asking that like anyone in chat will know. Anyway, the puzzle of this stage is I gotta break good pots, according to the game, but not bad pots. Bad pots explode, like that one I just shot. You can distinguish a good pot from a bad pot because the bad pots have a very slight, like, black smoke coming off them that's really hard to identify quickly. Like that. I did not, in fact, identify that quickly.
I feel better.
You must find the good pot. It's essential.
Better now.
There is no extra meaning to this. It's just pots. That's a good pot. Ah, a good puzzle solved. I got Steam achievement flashing up on the screen. Fortunately, that didn't carry over to the layout. Apparently, I have solved a number of puzzles.
Good. Whew. That feels good. Better now.
Get out me way.
Glad we got out of there.
Right, so that enemy over there, that's a Vixen. They spawn more enemies, and they do so without limit. That enemy is the only way you can get haste power up. When they die, sometimes they drop haste, which means I can now run very quick, which is very good. Save point has been reached. It's true. I do want more ammo, though.
Better now.
Right, so now we're in the arena, the inner machinations of which is a complete enigma to me. Enemies will spawn, usually up top, but they will do so without much fanfare or without much, like, audio cue or visual cue or anything. They'll just appear sometimes. And eventually, after that goes on for long enough and the game gets bored of it, it will spawn a ginormous boar in the middle of the room. This boar will then probably kill everyone. Please stop flicking bogeys at me. I don't appreciate it. How's that not a hit? I don't agree with you. Lies and slander. Oh, there's an enemy. It spawned. I can't hit it. Sniping is a problem. Ah ha ha. There's one boar. The AI has gained a rocket launcher. What just happened? Did the AI just destroy it immediately? I didn't even see. Go then. There's like so much noise occurring all around me right now. Apparently a lot is occurring just where I'm not looking. Warboar growls, according to the closed captions. I sure don't see it. It'll appear eventually. Just don't worry about it. Every time I think this is broken, it eventually catches up, but it always takes a mysterious amount of time to, like, catch up. I have learned to stop worrying about it. Hi, Ben. I think what happens is the AI's pathing sometimes gets stuck on the outside ring of the arena. But it is working. I promise you progress is occurring right now, even though it may not seem it. Nope, see, enemies, they're spawning. As long as things are still spawning, we're still on track. But this is a case of having to sort of coax the game into continuing to function via just moving around a lot and hoping? That's not a word. Hoping the pathing. Hoping the pathing, like, figures itself out. There they go. There they are. I don't know where they came from.
That feels good.
Oh, Megan's having a time.
Looks like you are on your last leg.
I'll do it. Oh, more things are spawning. I don't want to be near the pillar. I am being savaged. Go away. Everything is happening much right now.
Wow, I feel better.
Do you feel better? Better is not the word I would use to describe this.
Whew, glad we got out of
I don't got ammo for much now, huh? I need more ammo for this. There's plenty of ammo for the rocket launcher, but not so much for anything else.
That feels... Wow, I feel better.
Where? From whence? Where do they come from? I have like free reign over the whole arena and I can still never quite figure it out. There's the big one. The big one is spawned over there. Normally it's not quite such an offensive sight on the eyes, as the AI doesn't usually immediately do that, but okay, that worked.
At this rate, we'll be home in no time.
Usually that's more of a process, but that time the AI like was immediately like, no, that guy dies now. Normally I have to kind of like coax them into doing their job a bit better, so you know what? That's good. We'll take that. What a great job. This stage usually crashes the game.
Wow,
But I think I figured out a method to prevent it from crashing the game. We'll see if it works live on stream, and if it doesn't, then well. Get laser gun, it says. I would like to get laser gun, actually. I almost forgot to pick that up. The in-game hints proving useful. What a twist. No. No hit scanners. Disgusting. What is with this T-posing spawning skeleton? Much is occurring. Just right in front of my face. It had collision too. I couldn't like walk around it. What an experience. Revelations 2012, everyone. Alright, get me a shotgun. Cool, cool, cool. Secondary concussion ammo. This is not a Left 4 Dead mod. This was a released product that they charged money for on the Steam store. It is spiritually a Left 4 Dead mod. But as far as product listings on Steam go, no. I paid money for this. Alright, but nevertheless, my strategy to stop the game from crashing is hit this checkpoint and then die. The AI will probably follow. Maybe. Well, they don't love me enough. Oh no, there goes one of them. That usually stops the game from crashing. I don't know why, but I found that helps.
Better now. Phew, glad we got out of there.
And I've had this game long enough that I've tried it on many setups, many different computers, and across 3 different operating systems, this stage just always crashes the game. There's something wrong with it. But dying and resetting the problem seems to stop the crash from happening. T-pose enemy spawns. Alright, so columns of fire will spawn. They're kind of damaging, so we'd prefer not to get owned by them if at all possible. That'd just be smashing. It does mean you have to be a bit delicate as you go through. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. Gross. Too much. Too much. No, okay. Doing fine. Doing good. No, no. Bad place to get stunned. I believe we are past the crash point, or it's about to crash literally right now. Now. No? You good? Okay. No crash. You heard it here first, folks.
Wow, I feel better.
I'm quite pleased that that did not crash the game, because honestly that's kind of inconvenient. Hooray. Only now I have to wait for the stage to end, and the stage will end when it feels like it. It felt like it. You kind of wanted a crash. A game where the key strategy is figuring out how to get the game to behave properly.
The feathered serpent, Kulkukan, has demanded human sacrifice.
So here's the boss of scenario 2. Kulkukan.
To stop Kulkukan's reign of terror, you must.
You made it. Great job. Look at these skeleton dudes. They're great. A skeleton lives inside you. That's the boss. Hey there, pal. Then a head appears. You gotta shoot that head. A lot. It throws poison around while you do that. But fortunately you have access to a shotgun, but then it goes into its hidey hole, so you gotta jump in one of these holes and crouch. The AI, once again, has no ability to deal with this problem at all, so it's going to eat the hit on the nose. And actually, the hitbox of that is so janky that it can sometimes hit you while you're crouching, sometimes anyway. But it's not too damaging if it does. Usually. Megan just didn't get hit at all that time. Oh, wow. Two AI downs. Not theoretically very ideal.
Are you going to be okay?
Will this work? Can I revive and crouch at the same time?
Thanks, girl. I need to
Oh, they're so bad. No, you know what? You can wait. I got damage to do.
Are you staying down?
I can crouch and revive at the same time. I've never tried to do this before. I learned something new about this game today. Yes, you can crouch and revive at the same time. Unfortunately, the AI's lack of self-preservation instinct is rather harming my attempts to go quickly here, because I do kind of need their damage output. Since I am out of ammo here. Normally this fight is over before I've run out of ammo, but, you know, the AI kinda died. Fortunately, it doesn't take anywhere near as long as the first boss. The first boss really is like the sore spot. Cool face. Give gem to me. It's like doing Castlevania runs. You gotta get it in midair.
That feels good. I think I'll keep you guys.
Yeah, wow, the AI didn't help at all. Look at that damage spread. Useless. Ball court. We already had a ball court, but this is a second ball court. And now we're on Chapter 3, or Scenario 3, or Campaign 3, or whatever.
The time of the 13 heavens and 9
A3M1.
ended, and the trail of tears is before us. Soon, these revelations will befall all mankind into the Age of Awakening. You must awaken or destroy those who worship false gods. The false gods have truly devout followers that will stop at nothing to do their demon's will.
Give me that health. Alright, so right away I want haste off this enemy. Please give me haste. Haste, haste, haste. Nothing! No spawn! Ooh. Bad.
That feels good.
It's random whether or not those enemies drop Berserk power-up for me or haste. And I got squat, which is very sad. Those guys were just chilling around the fire.
Whew. Glad we got
I decided to make that my problem, though. Alright, there'll be more chances to get haste. In fact, there will be lots of chances to get haste because this part of the game really likes throwing that enemy at you. Just loves that enemy type. It's like in love with it. Nope, these are all Berserk. Oh well.
We got out of there.
You gotta jump over these holes in the bridge. That probably sounds obvious, but I've seen people just walk through this and die. You know, like 3 people I've ever seen play this game, usually at my request. I'm just fascinated by the fact they sold this for money, at the time anyway. Hit scanners disgust me.
Glad we got out of there.
Ugh, gross. Where is it coming from? Don't know. Can't find it. Can't find the hit scanner. Could be in a different country entirely. Hey there, pal. Hey, man. Hey. We've reached a save point. That's not haste. None of this is haste. I'm getting hit scanned again. The hit scan parade never stops. Right, so this is ball cords. I'm getting pulled into the mix. That's haste. That's what I desire. Right, now I've got some haste, and I can make some haste, finally, across the ball court that invokes sand vortexes that pull you in all sorts of directions, which makes this quite difficult to control. I'm, like, shooting stuff, but I'm having difficulties with it.
Better now.
What am I getting hit scanned by? Really? You see, this is where the game becomes hard. As a consequence, I actually have to start concentrating.
Better now.
There's like blade traps in this room. You don't gotta worry about them too much. This game, I assure you, this game is not satirical. It is like, this is definitely face value stupid.
Better now.
No haste.
Better.
Robbery. That's haste. That's what you want.
Better now. Wow, I feel better.
Okay, looking good. Got some haste, and I can just run out. Like, there's a whole bunch of enemies that spawns there, so my plan is just get a haste and leave before it becomes a problem. The AI can deal with it, whatever. They don't have to survive, I don't care. They just have to, like, take... They have to just draw the aggro for me. And they're doing a bang-up job of that. Hey. I'm gonna keep this one. I have no specific reason for doing this. Just don't feel like he's bothering me, you know? Oh, I have no ammo. They're just like, why don't I fire the shotgun? I would quite like to get that spawner, though. That would be helpful to me. Just because it will spawn enemies with absolutely no sanity on how many spawn, as you can see.
That feels good.
None of those hit somehow. I'm not sure I buy that, personally. Fortunately, the AI did a really good job of keeping most of the enemies that actually spawn in that level away from me, even though Ben died right at the end, but that's fine. Ben doesn't need to live.
This is awfully peculiar.
You made it. Great job.
Thanks.
Sacred sinkholes known as cenotes riddle the land.
Do you remember that one part of Left 4 Dead where you, like, the Tunnel of Love? I think the developers of this game liked that bit too, because they did something a bit like it. Only they did it in a really, like, slipshod way. Like, I'll demonstrate. If you fall in the water, right, it teleports you back onto the boat. That applies to everything, including enemies. So sometimes enemies will just appear on your boat because they walked into the river. Like, they just pathed into it. There's nothing about the pathing that stops them from doing that. So enemies will just appear on your boat. They'll just be there. They'll start attacking you. If they didn't plan to be there. Nobody plans to be here. The boat's motion isn't even particularly smooth as well. That's what's fun. Normally things spawn. Ah, there they are. Hello. You see, they're just chilling, you know. They're not really paying much attention. Sometimes they just walk into the water. I hope not.
Wow.
There's a random chance. I discovered this the other day when practicing for this marathon. There's a random chance that you can softlock the game here if the AI manages to wedge their head between the boat and a ledge. So, you know, fingers crossed. It would be funny, but also it loses so much time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna push her off the boat.
Look out!
Look out. Oh, no. Yep, there they are. There's the enemies just spawning on the boat because they're falling into the water. Ah! We both fell off. Pranked. I would say this is the good RNG, given that nothing in particular has spawned to menace me. Alright, here is a very weird, reflective skybox thing. I can't explain what's weird with this, but maybe one of you can. Like, look at this. There's something very off with this. The water, like, moves as I do. It's a very curious effect. And probably not intentional. Oh, Corey is standing in a prime position to get his head wedged. It seems to be leaking water. Are you gonna do it, Corey? Oh, he is. He absolutely is. It's happening. Corey! Corey, stop what you are doing right now! It's happening! Why are you like this? The boat is stuck, my dude. It's okay, I can fix this. Yes! Fixed it. I reached the save point. I didn't softlock this time. Haha. They're stuck, but that's fine. I don't need them. I mean, actually, I do need them. So I should die. You know, I should die. I should die. I hit the checkpoint. That's fine. I can fix this. I can fix this. I'm fixing it. I'm solving the problem.
Thanks, I owe you.
One of my patented strategies of having to coax the game into functioning properly.
Oh, bump me again, rooster sucker.
Nope. Just drink some haterade.
Somebody's been drinking that haterade.
Thank you, Kelly. Nope. Right, so there's a boss that spawns in this area. My plan is just to kind of not interact with it as much as possible. You see it? There it is. My plan is to take a very wide berth around it and let the AI draw all the aggro instead. Which it has very well done. How very nice of them. In fact, dying actually seems to have despawned all of the enemies surrounding this, so maybe that's actually the pro strat.
Look out!
That's my one contribution to the ongoing boss fight that's currently occurring. Otherwise, I'm just leaving.
That feels good. Wow, I feel better. Phew, that's better now.
Corey crashed the boat and got everyone stuck.
That feels good.
But he's solving the boss problem, so it's okay. We're even, Corey. It's fine. Oh no, Corey is not fine. You're on your own, Corey. I got places to be.
Damn it. Is that the best you got? Ugh.
Honestly, the AI is apparently doing a really good job of just getting rid of every enemy for me. There's like nothing here. There's normally like a ton of things in the way.
Better now.
Ooh, double haste. Completely unnecessary, but you know what? I'm down. I missed completely, whatever. No, that's a straight shot to the end of the level. Tight.
At this rate, we'll be home in no time.
That's very good. Aside from having to fix the game soft-locking with a clever technique. AI bad at dealing with boars. But we must deal with boars. Okay, now we gotta deal with the boss dude, and this is one of the first opportunities I get to maybe deploy the sniper rifle's secondary function, which is that if I hit a party member with it, they're invincible now. You can't be hurt at all while that's happening, which means I kind of want the person who is invincible to draw the aggro. Whether or not that happens, though, is a mystery. Ah, I'm too close. Disappointing. Okay, well, he's dead at least.
Now.
Oh, yeah, I'll be grinding this all month to keep getting the hot board records. No.
Wow, I feel better.
Absolutely not. There are boars here. They exist.
Wow, I feel better.
Return of the puzzle from the first level, but sometimes it doesn't work edition. You gotta shoot these pots. Get rid of this vixen. No haste. Very sad.
Whew,
Only
glad
berserk.
we got out of there.
Oh, Corey, you're in the way. You're blocking my puzzle. You gotta push these statues so that they go to the four corners. But sometimes they get stuck and or don't respond properly. And all of the above. Then a skull appears.
Feels good.
So now, here's a big gauntlet full of enemies. And ideally what I want to happen is I want to just get a haste and leave. Like that. I have a haste. Now I leave. Oh, except I got clipped by a charger enemy, so that causes many problems for me.
Wow, I feel better.
That's not great all in all. Maybe that didn't kill. I don't believe you. Oh, a second haste. Lifeline. Blessed. What about second haste? What? What is this enemy doing? No, dude. Okay, I'm making time. I'm making time. It's good, it's good, it's good. What? Several words in sequence. I wanted to say a lot of things there, but all of them were swear words, so all of them came out compressed. Either way, I win. Go away. I said I win! I said I win! What do you mean? I am on the end goal! This is Shan! I'm having none of this! I win! I do win! I made it! Great job!
All right, thanks.
Okay. I don't know what makes stages actually end. I haven't figured it out. It just does it when it feels like it. Okay, I didn't manage to kill the enemy there despite throwing 30 bullets directly into their skull. Can I have a haste, please? Excellente. Right, so now we're gonna do a glitch, and this glitch will look very simple, but I actually spent a lot of time labbing this one. All the glitches I found in this run are of my own, devising. So I'm the only person, I think, in the universe who's played this game seriously. There's a little gap here where you can sort of... Provided you're not currently being hit by everything, and therefore it's like eating your jump button. Please, leave me alone. You can get around that, and you're not normally supposed to get around that. So now I can do this level in what is essentially backwards order, which is not supposed to be possible. I'm taking a wide berth because there's a death trap where it just, spawns a pit directly underneath you, and then you die. It's very cool. It's spectacular video game design. So I have to avoid, a very large square patch of the floor. Look up the winning conditions. It's not, though. It's not the same as Left 4 Dead. Your party members don't need to be near you. For one thing. That's the most obvious difference. That's the key difference between a run of this and Left 4 Dead, in fact, which is that the AI isn't really material to you.
That feels good.
The enemy has been alerted.
Better now.
The reason why we do that stage in backwards order is that it stops a whole bunch of stuff from spawning. Because if you go through it normally, you run through a bunch of triggers that spawn enemies, and they start attacking, and there's lots of them, and it's very difficult, and it's quite a gauntlet to get around this thing. If you glitch through the wall like that and run around the stage in backwards order, you can just go. Something's hitting me, but like, it's a questionable endeavor for me to figure out what. Oh, something touched me. Not sold on this one, mate. I can leave without my buddy Superfly. Alright, this stage is the real victim of the I don't know why stages end when they do problem, because I've sat around at the top of this stage trying to get the stage to end for like minutes at a time. What is this effect? I don't know what this is right now. What is that? Not a clue. I think that's my paced trail. The stage will end when it feels like it.
That feels good.
When will it feel like it, though? This is. There we go. That's when it feels like it. No clue. Could not tell you. Have never figured out what makes that tick. Your guess is as good as mine here, pal. And this is the game's final boss. The goddess of the noose. She's hanging right there. Cool.
Ishtar, the goddess of the noose, is a wicked
Would like the shield ammo.
the power to destroy.
As again, I use my my strategy of attaching a shield to the person most likely to take all the aggro. Didn't really work, but there you go. And she drops bombs. And she pulls people to some point. Where is she? She's just T-posing up there. And then she comes back down, and the cycle repeats anew. Aha, now she's attacking the invincible character. My plan. It's working. Look at the damage. Oh, she died in mid-animation. What? Okay, that's unusual. That was a very good fight. And that is the speed game. Time ends when I pick up the red gem. I mean, I'm the one doing time, but still. I'm telling you.
Better now.
Bada bing, bada boom. 107.36 on the dot. That would have beaten my PB if this was 3 days ago. It doesn't beat my PB from 2 days ago. Wow. You did it. Great job. And that was Revelations 21. But wait! Is there more? No, this is the end of the run, but still, they put like a little stinger in the game. They really thought they were gonna add like extra content to this game. And here's the credits, which I would like to show you guys, albeit briefly, because this game was a family game, which I feel kind of bad about putting it on display in this way. Here's the developers. They put their photos in the game. It's all mostly just the Weeks family. It's a very earnest production. That I cannot lie. This game took 7 weeks to make. Oh, that's funny. Yes, Dark Arts Entertainment with a Z. Yeah, there you go. There's the developers. If you want to know who's responsible for this, including that guy in his fabulous suit posing in a doorway, there you go. These are the people. I mean, they made a game. I haven't published a game on Steam. But that's Revelations 2012. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stick around for more bad games. I personally will be back later to inflict more garbage on your senses later on. I have 2 more runs in this marathon, actually, doing different things. So please stay tuned. Hosts, you can take it away from here. I'm Dunzo. See you later, pals.
Well, I feel better now that that run's over. Nah, I kind of love what happened with this game. It was a lot of fun. I think that, you know, having a small little family project, everybody coming together and making a game, is kind of hilarious and adorable. Seriously, kudos to that family for putting together, maybe not the best game in the world, but putting together a game nonetheless. If I got something that was quote-unquote finished, I would definitely put it up to be sold. Now, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah. Then again, yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying words now. Words. Well, you know what doesn't need words? Golf. We've got Crazy Zen Mini Golf. Coming up next, we're going all Zen Gardens. Ulvind has been preparing through thick and thin to make sure that all of the gardens are eliminated of Zen. That's right. Well, I don't actually know if we're eliminating the Zen, but yeah, we're gonna get through it. So that is coming up next in just a couple minutes. Golf Block is a go. Well, I am thrilled that we have so many golf games. Yeah, that's right, GDQ. Eat your hearts out. This is Crazies and Mini Golf.
And the game you're going to see is definitely something else. The game you're going to see is called Crazy Zen. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Ulvind, and the game you're going to see is really janky, to say the least. Welcome to Crazy Zen Minigolf. As the badly drawn around logo might suggest, this is not going to be a quality game, but you're here for that, aren't you? Welcome to Crazy Zen Minigolf. It's more crazy than Zen. You're going to understand why in a second. So this is a game on Switch, and we are going to play the 3 Zen Gardens. I say 3. There's something in the right-hand side of the corner. We are going to get to that. Because this game has a lot of surprises. In any case, we're going to start with Zen Garden 1, then continue with Zen Garden 2 and Zen Garden 3. On that, I just suggest we begin. So I'm going to just... There we go. Tick the light split to make sure we can start. And 3, 2, 1, go. So, this game is pretty straightforward. It's a golf game, so you just have to get the ball in the hole. However, some of the holes are definitely something else, let's say. Just messed up my setup, so I'm going to redo it. There we go. So here, you're going to see why I really love this game. It's mostly because some of the walls are pretty much a suggestion. And yeah, already starting with hole 3, hole 4. Oh wow, that's not really. I would like to say this has never happened before, but sadly it has. It always has with this game. You never know what's happening.
Birdie. So,
oh, nice, nice cycle. There we go. Oh wow. Well, because this can basically kill your speed if you do it a little too fast. I went a little too fast here. There we go.
Birdie.
Hole 5. Hole 6. I think I went a little bit too fast. Never mind. Yeah, it's often on sale for like $1, and honestly deserves it. There we go, that's a hole 1. So this hole is pretty complicated. I'm going to try a certain setup. There we go. Oh wow, that's even better than I imagined. So yeah, you just go through the tree because the tree is just a suggestion. Right, 1, 2, and getting in the hole for 224. That's a pretty good start. But we can continue to Zen Garden 2. Nope. I pressed A twice, which made me start the hole, which was not what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to. Oh yeah, because you can bounce in this game. I forgot to say that. This is going to be relevant in a second. Especially not in this hole, but the next one is going to be relevant because we're going to skip quite a lot of some of the holes at the very least. Oh god. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Can I retrieve... Can I save this? Can I save this? Yeah, I can save this. Not exactly like this, but... There we go. And then just aim it towards the hole. There we go.
Par.
So, hole 3, you're supposed to go all the way around. We're not going to do this. We're going to aim towards the hole here with a certain amount of speed, 3.5, and 1, 2, 3, and we're on the other side. And now you just have to finish. So here you have these blocks that we're just going to jump over. Right.
Albatross.
Okay, hole 5. There's a funny story about that hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim towards this part of the wall right here. This is going to be important in a second. I'm going to just aim for the right corner. 1, 2, 3. And there we go, we're on the other side. So fun fact about this skip. I discovered it 5 hours ago. While I was practicing my run, I discovered that by complete accident. There we go. Okay, hole 6. This one's pretty peculiar. I'm going to try a certain setup. Not exactly what I wanted, but still pretty good. So here we're going to just lodge ourselves against the wall. So we have the right setup after this. To just get ourselves near the hole, and very good. Very good.
Birdie.
Hole 6. So hole 7. This one is pretty peculiar as well. You have like this convoluted track with par 9. What's par in this game? It's just a suggestion. As are the walls. One, two, three. Oh, that was a little bit too fast again. There we go. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I will take it. Ooh, this is bad. Yep, seems like I'm self-clocking. Oh, never mind. I thought I was self-clocking, but I managed to save myself from the clutches of the wall.
Eagle.
So, hole 7, we're going to continue with hole 8. We're just going to aim in this cannon right here. Then start to get... There we go. So normally you're supposed to do this giant maze that we're just not going to do. Because if you... let's say if you have the right inclination... There we go. I think I messed up the speed a little bit. If you have the right inclination, normally should be enough. Nope. This one is a little bit confusing to get on the first try. And there we go.
Colin 1.
Alright, cool. Select Zen Garden 3. Going to continue with the third and last Zen Garden. So, hole 1, you're just supposed to go all the way around. Again, we're not going to do this. Then we're going to aim towards the first hole. Reason being that we're just going to aim towards the other side. And got it.
Albatross.
5 under par. Normally there's supposed to be something under Albatross, but the game doesn't know that. We're not going to really bother. There we go. So here you see that we have the hole that is just right here. So if we aim with the right amount of speed and use our 3 jumps, we are on the side of the hole, which saves us from doing this entire maze.
Albatross.
So, this hole is a hole that I fear a little bit, because the last ramp is definitely a little bit finicky. How many under par for Emu? I don't know. I absolutely don't know. That's the thing. So we're going to just aim towards this part of the wall. So just close against it. There we go. And we are going to... don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, because the game can bounce you a little randomly, and what it does, it's basically game over. Okay, we're just going to continue. That is fine. Oh my god, it bounced again. It just decided to bounce completely randomly, which is a little bit unfortunate. We're going to power through. No worries. There we go, we got it. Oh, I got it in the cannon. That's fine. Because we're just going to... The cannon just so happens to redirect us in the hole. So here you see that the hole is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have just the right amount of speed. That 1, 2, and hole in 1. So hole 5. Same thing. The hole is right here. I'm going to just have the right amount of speed. 1, 2, third, tap it in, hole in 1. Hole 6. Oh. Where am I? Okay, here. Oh, just decided to bounce me completely randomly, but that's fine. So, here we're just going to aim there. I don't have the speed. Oh, never mind. Okay. 7, we're going to have this part right here with the right amount of speed. 2, ooh, don't like that. I don't like the sound of this. That's fine. And
Albatross.
There we go. Hole 8, you have this very convoluted hole with a path 14. Do we really need 14 shots? I don't think so. And we're right beside the hole. As you can see, some of the holes are definitely pretty straightforward.
Albatross.
And this very last hole, this part 8, you're supposed to go all the way around, but if you aim very precisely towards this part of the wall, you are right beside the hole. And time.
Albatross.
13:27. That's a pretty decent time considering my PB is at 12:20. The world record is definitely way lower than this. Let me check. I think the world record on that is a 11:40. Let me recheck. No, sorry. Wait. 12:37 for the world record and 13:22 for my PB. So I'm actually 5 seconds off. I'm actually 5 seconds off my PB, which is definitely not bad. It's just the ramp that definitely got the better of me, but I will come for that PB soon enough. So, I was talking about... So, first you're going to see the result screen with the -50 over the entire course. I was talking at the beginning about these things. So you have Zen Garden 1, Zen Garden 2, and Zen Garden 3. Then you have this janky mess, and Zen Garden 3. So what happens if you actually go towards Zen Garden 3? Let's go check. So we are on Zen Garden 3. That seems absolutely normal. And you might wonder, what does this janky mess do exactly? Well, let's click on it and see what happens. As you can see, the game has crashed. they left it in the final version of the game. They left this thing that can crash, like, and freeze the game inside the final version. Absolutely wonderful. In any case, I will be I will be back in about 8 hours from now, and with a very, very interesting game. You're going to see when we get to it. And I'm going to leave Flannel Cat and Corn Dan with the wacky world of miniature golf for this next part. So, thank you for watching this run, and cheers!